What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on The Flash Season 3. This is going to be a trailer breakdown for episode 16, Into the Speed Force. What a perfect setup it was, the way it ended this week. If you haven't seen that episode, I'll put a card at the end of this video. So, let's watch the trailer and then I'll be back to discuss some things that I think you may have missed.
I'm gonna find Wally. I'm gonna get him back to infinity and beyond.
The Speed Force is a little bit of a crazy place.
Whatever hell Wally's trapped in, I'm gonna set him free.
Ever the hero, huh, Barry? Not learning your lesson, Barry.
Leave while you still can.
Please. Every marathon has a finish line.
And we're back. What an epic trailer. This episode looks just as good as the Runaway with a Dinosaur episode when Barry Allen went into the Speed Force last episode. So if you look at the synopsis, it basically says that Barry goes into the Speed Force to try to get answers. So he's trying to go into the Speed Force to save Wally West. So he's talking to Iris and he said he's going to get him back. So he's going to go into the Speed Force. So Cisco vibes him into the Speed Force, but for me that doesn't make sense. Barry Allen is a speedster, so he surely should be able to get himself into the Speed Force without Cisco vibing him there. So I'm pretty sure this episode is 90% going to be just in the Speed Force. So when he gets there, he's foreshadowing, I guess. He's overlooking what looks like someone has died. It looks like a morgue kind of thing. So it's most likely going to be Jesse Quick, Joe's dad, or Iris West that he's looking at. So basically when you get put into the Speed Force, you're kind of trapped into like your worst kind of nightmare until you realise what's going on, and you need like a lightning rod to get out of it. And obviously the Barry's lightning rod was Iris. Iris got him out. So who's going to get Kid Flash out? But it's a bit obvious that Kid Flash isn't going to be in there that long. So it looks like a really cool episode. I love it when they go into Speed Force. I just wish the show would explain the Speed Force, or at least their interpretation of the Speed Force, and in terms of how it's different to the comic books, because it's clearly not the same. So there's a theme of heroes going out throughout this trailer. So we see visions of the past and what's happened before. But what really creeped me out about this trailer is we have Miss Snow, Miss Killer Frost, Miss Caitlin Snow carrying a baby, singing a harmony. I mean, does anyone else pick up on this? What does this mean? Is this kind of a subliminal message? Are we supposed to take this baby as being something else, or is she actually pregnant? Probably not, but that's just me theorizing. So it is a pretty good episode trailer. I mean, we've got Eddie back. Eddie Thorne's back, telling Barry that he's always got to be the hero, and obviously Eddie was the hero because obviously at the end of season 1 he killed himself to save the Flash. And then a time remnant comes for Barry Allen, which is kind of weird, a time remnant being in the Speed Force in my opinion. I mean, let me know in the comments down below if you think I'm wrong. But what would a time remnant be doing in the Speed Force? I know Speed Force is kind of giving off like a dark kind of vibe within this trailer at least. And then we get Mick. And then we get Captain Cold, who I'm really excited about this, as I didn't actually know he was going to be in this episode. I know that he's got a multi kind of contract to be in all the shows, but I didn't know he was going to be in the show. So, and obviously he was a hero as well, as he sacrificed himself at the end of season 1 of the Legends to save his boy Heatwave. So he's a hero. And then we get Ronnie Raymond, who basically sacrificed himself at Firestorm at the start of season 2 to basically kind of close the portal, if I got it right, the kind of dimension that was ripping everything into it. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, so they're all heroes. So they're kind of giving the image off that Barry Allen is a selfish person, and I'm starting to think that Barry Allen is quite selfish. I mean, he essentially proposed to Iris because he wanted to change what the future was going to happen, but we all know that was never going to happen. But obviously he's in love with her and he was going to do that anyway, but the timing is just awkward. So the more I think about it, the more I think that Barry Allen is a selfish person. But they all tell him to get out of the Speed Force why he can, which is quite interesting. I'm kind of confused why he needed Cisco's help to get into Speed Force, Guys, let me know down below, why did he actually need his help to get into the Speed Force? And the time remnants, they really are creepy and scary. So as soon as I seen the time remnant, I thought to myself, this is Black Flash related. That's what I thought. And we get Jay Garrick in this kind of Speed Force. I mean, these aren't obviously going to be the versions of the real characters. So Jay Garrick, to me, is a sketchy character. I mean, my friend pointed out to me that Jay Garrick, I remember this now, Jay Garrick told Barry to throw the stone into the Speed Force. So is Jay Garrick kind of going to be a villain or something? Because it's a bit odd how he told him to chuck it into the Speed Force when Jay Garrick probably knew he was already in the Speed Force. Anyway, guys, I'm most likely going to do some kind of video about that. Let me know in the comments down below. And this is the most epic part of this trailer. We get some blood on the floor, and then we get a hand, and it's a black speedster. So is it going to be Zoom, as we're seeing people from his past? So you could say it's Zoom. Is it going to be the rival? Most likely not. I doubt we're going to see him again. I did look on IMDb, and the actor's not actually he's not scheduled to be on the Flash, or I couldn't find any information. So I think it's going to be Black Flash, as Black Flash will be coming for Barry Allen at some point. And what better way than to introduce him in the Speed Force? I mean, the Black Flash can literally go anywhere, so it would make sense to me. But at the same time, I would love it to be kind of Teddy Sears, Zoom. They could get Teddy Sears to come back in the show just for one episode. I mean, let me know, guys, who do you think this is? Is it Black Flash? Is it Zoom? I mean, obviously the Zoom before the ending of season 2. I mean, the Speed Force can kind of manipulate and show you anything that it wants to show you. But what doesn't make sense to me is, if Savitar was well and truly inside the Speed Force, how was he able to pop in and out for a few kind of seconds before the Speed Force pulled him back in? I mean, if Barry Allen couldn't do it, and it appears that Kid Flash couldn't do it, how the hell could Savitar do it? I know Savitar was the third speedster, and he has the white lightning, guys, not blue. He has the white lightning, so he appears to be a lot faster than the other speedsters. But if Kid Flash can't bounce in and out, how the hell can Savitar do it? I know what you guys are going to thinking, it's got the Philosopher's Stone, that's how he can do it, but maybe that is the reason. I actually haven't got that many ideas about how he's able to do it. So I'm really looking for this into the Speed Force episode, as I love the Speed Force. So guys, let me know what you think. I mean, do you like Savitar's human costume? Oh, well, not human costume. His costume now is out the Speed Force better than the kind of CGI suit. I mean, a lot of people are calling Megatron, Age of Ultron from Avengers movie. I think there's a lot of ideas bouncing around, but it's a very interesting trailer, and it's going to be so cool to see what version of Ronnie Raymond we're going to see, what version of Eddie we're going to see, and what version of Mick as Captain Cold is freaking awesome, and he will be appearing on the Legends very soon. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, as this does help the channel if you want to. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I do these kind of videos all week. And I'll catch you in another video very soon, guys, which will be my kind of trailer breakdown for Legends, and maybe a Legends of Tomorrow review for this week's episode. Anyway, guys, peace.